Hi. This thing called love, peace, these are very fine middle paths between effort and ease, between structure and relaxation. This thing called the middle path is a fine balance. It's like a trapeze walk on a tightrope or something. And this tightrope is between opposites, between good and bad, right and wrong. And it's a fine balance between opposites, polarities. And for this, you need to appreciate both sides of it. You need to be able to see the light, you need to be able to see the dark, you need to be able to see the dark in the light and the light in the dark. And that's when a bridge begins to form, where it's a fine balance. But the moment we make one thing better than the other, the balance tips. And then there is manifestations of imbalance, where the light in the dark, we normally tend to say bad is bad, dark is bad, shadow is bad, negative is bad. And we fail to see what role they actually play in the scheme of things. Order and chaos are apparently opposites, but both is required to maintain things in balance. Order is too much of order is chaos. Too much of chaos is maybe order too. But to be able to appreciate which is which, to be able to see how much of truth there is in it, how much of falsity, how much of assumptions there, both needs to be appreciated. And I think it's a 60-40 balance, where there needs to be 60% of order and 40% of chaos. Otherwise, things will go topsy-turvy. It goes into a destructivism. If there is 60% of chaos and 40% of order, then that is destructivism. Things are not going as well. When there is 60% of order and 40% of chaos, then you're having kind of the best of both worlds, but it's also in a progressive, constructive way, where there may likely be a support by all that is constructive, all that is supportive, all that is beneficial in a balanced way. And this requires, now why we see a lot of imbalance is because we most often tend to relegate the dark, the shadowy, negative as bad. And so we don't get to appreciate what value does chaos in different forms of what we call as negative may be actually holding within it. And hence we don't really appreciate what is light, because we naturally think, okay, light and good and right and all is naturally good, right and nice. And so we don't really know both. We don't know the good nor the bad. Now, having said this, it is very important for us to very finely be able to appreciate when love is missing, when peace is going out. Because for health, it is very important to have love be present, peace be present, tranquility be present, and to know when things are not healthy by being very finely tuned to these timeless virtues, values by which to know if things are healthy or not. If there's an imbalance in a sense of tranquility, in a sense of peace, in a sense of love, then you should know that things are getting imbalanced one way or the other. And health imbalances or imbalances in happiness imbalances in between order and chaos, one or the other is very close in hand. Being very finely tuned to love, peace, and tranquility is very important for internal health and for environmental harmony and for life to go in a balanced way. So I'll leave us with this thought. Thank you for listening.